Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is John. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews, and today we're going to be doing the top heavy metal albums of the year 1980. I'm going to be covering just the metal albums. There are other albums that might fall under the category of hard rock or maybe even rock, but these are not in any particular order. So I'm going to go through them one by one. I'll go through like the most popular ones first, and as we get towards the end of the video, I'll be covering some of the more obscure albums. So the first album is Judas Priest, British Steel. This is their 6th studio album. It has their popular tracks Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight, has a few deep cuts, Metal Gods, Grinder. This is straightforward heavy metal. It sets the blueprint for metal bands to come in the future. This album has a lot of like heavy guitars, and the songs are catchy. They have a lot of catchy choruses in these songs. So these are classics. Coming in at number 2 is Motorhead, Ace of Spades. So their most iconic song is the title track, Ace of Spades. And Motorhead is a 3-piece band. They're heavy metal, they're speed metal, maybe they have a punk influence. Lemmy always said that the band was just rock and roll, but they've definitely been influential for metal bands. Another notable track is We Are the Road Crew. They have a really good, cool riff on this track. The chase is better than the catch. This is a mid-tempo rocker, but it's a classic heavy metal sound. Coming in at number 3 is Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. Now the entire album are songs that we all know. Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley. These are all incredible songs. Ozzy Osbourne left Black Sabbath and he started his own band. It was supposedly going to be called like the Blizzard of Oz, his new band, but I think the label wanted to call it Ozzy Osbourne as a solo album. On guitars we have Randy Rhoads, who died later. Randy Rhoads also played in Quiet Riot. This album features a lot of heavy songs, acoustic songs, and some softer ballads. Coming in at number 4 is Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. This is when Ronnie James Dio took over after Ozzy Osbourne left. This is a classic traditional heavy metal song. You can check out my full video on this, so I won't spend too much time on it. But some of the notable tracks are Neon Nights, Children of the Sea, the title track. This is considered one of the best Black Sabbath albums, and some even consider this even better than albums like Paranoid or their debut. At number 5 is Iron Maiden, their self-titled debut. Now this album features Paul Di'Anno on vocals. It was before Bruce Dickinson came in like 2 albums later. The song Prowler, this has a really incredible catchy riff. Remember Tomorrow, this is a haunting ballad. It's been covered many times by other bands. The song Transylvania, this is an instrumental. These are all classic songs. It has like a raw sound. It's maybe a little punk influence. This is one of their better albums, so definitely check it out if you've never heard any of the Paul Di'Anno stuff. Next I have the band Diamond Head with Lightning to the Nations. Now this band heavily influenced the band Metallica. Metallica covered many other songs from this album. So for example, some of the tracks are Am I Evil, The Prince, It's Electric, and Helpless. So this is a very influential band. They never really made it that big. The influence can be seen from the band Metallica. Album number 7 is Saxon, Strong Arm of the Law. Saxon released 2 albums this year. The other one a lot of people prefer, but I went with this one. I like it because it has the track Dallas 1 p.m. and this track talks about the John F. Kennedy assassination. It's a new wave of British heavy metal album. They are pioneers of a modern metal sound. This particular band, for some reason or another, I never knew about them when I first got into heavy metal. I only first started listening to them maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. They're similar to Iron Maiden. They're a really good band to check out. So speaking of Iron Maiden, At number 8, I have Samson. This is the band that Bruce Dickinson sang in before the Number of the Beast album. It's very raw. It has a similar sound to Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson sounds very young on this album. So this is a traditional heavy metal album. It is definitely worth giving a listen. You can find it on YouTube. So check it out. It is Samson Head On. Album number 9 is Accept I'm a Rebel. This is their second album. The title track has been played live a lot. It's more well known. It's very punk influenced. But Accept is a German heavy metal band. They're pioneers of the sound. This is one of their classic albums. Like I said, it's their second album, but definitely worth giving a listen. And number 10, I have an obscure pick. It's called Angel Witch, which is their self-titled album. The band sounds like Iron Maiden. The sound is very dark. The songs are traditional heavy metal. A lot of people might feel that this album was better than Iron Maiden debut, but this was a type of band that never took off. But it's definitely worth checking out. The songs are solid. It's a dark album. It's heavy. This is also a band. They released an album in 1980. I think they might have released one more after that. And then we haven't heard from them for a long time, but they released something last year in 2019. So that's something you can also check out also. So I'm going to stop here. Like I said before, I'm going to do, there are a lot of albums that you probably thought I missed, like the big ones like AC/DC Back in Black, Def Leppard's first album, and other ones, but I think they fall under the category of hard rock. So I'm going to do that in a separate video. There are other albums that kind of fall under rock, like John Lennon. So I might do I'll do another video for that one too. Until then, see you soon and keep on rocking.